Step number 4, have the power of attorney translated from Portuguese to English. So you may be asking, why translating? If the document is going to be used in Brazil, you gotta be in Portuguese. So why am I translating from Portuguese to English in the first place? That's basically because the authentication steps in the US are gonna be done by a US authority. And the US authority gotta be able to read the document in order to authenticate the document. So you will have to translate the document from Portuguese to English, right? The document that's going to be used in the US for the authentication steps, it could be like a simple translation, but we do recommend our clients, that's our practice. Maybe your lawyer has something different for you, but our recommendation is that even for this kind of simple translation, you should use a sworn translator. A sworn translator is a translator accredited in Brazil. They go through a public examination. They are registered with the trade board at the state level, and they have a special license. And with this special license, they kind of create a legally accepted translation. But again, at this stage, step number 4, it's going to be a simple translation. So your question could be, if it is just a simple translation, why couldn't I translate? Why could I just ask a friend to translate? And the answer is that later on, after all the authentication steps, you're going to have a power of attorney in English that is going to be translated back from English to Portuguese. And in this particular stage, later down the road, you're going to need a sworn translator to provide the translation. So if you're using the same sworn translator, step number 4, and later down the road, the terms that the sworn translator is going to use to translate the document from English to Portuguese is going to match the same terms that you got from the registration office. So using the same person to translate from Portuguese to English and later on from English to Portuguese is going to assure consistency in the terminology. Otherwise, if you're doing your own translation, or if your friend is doing a translation, when you use the sworn translation later on and he translates back from English to Portuguese, chances are the terms, the terms for the powers, for instance, they're not going to match exactly what you got from the registration office. And that could become a real problem, because sworn translators, they can use whatever terms they think are proper, and if they don't match the powers that you got from the registration office, then you are in trouble. So my recommendation is, even at the beginning of the process, like step number 4, have the translation done by a sworn translator. So when he translates back from English to Portuguese, the terms are going to be consistent.